Welcome to Lesson 8, where we retire something we built ourselves just 3 lessons ago. The useFetch hook from Lesson 5, delete it. TanStack Query is your client-side cache for server data. Same key from anywhere gives you deduped requests, background refetching, and Stale-while-revalidate for free. 30 lines of manual fetching collapse into 1 line of useQuery, and useMutation handles your writes and invalidation. This is the Senior 2026 default. 4 mental models carry the entire lesson. useQuery for reads with automatic caching, useMutation for writes that invalidate cleanly, invalidateQueries as the one-liner that turns a mutation into a reactive UI update, and Stale-while-revalidate, the pattern Twitter, GitHub, and Stripe ship every day. Master these 4, and you've got the data layer powering every modern React app. Start with useQuery, because this is where the refactor pays off immediately. Lesson 5's useProducts hook, 3 useState calls, a use effect with a cancellation guard, roughly 30 lines of choreography, collapses into a single useQuery call with a queryKey and a queryFn. That's it. The key identifies the cache entry. The function returns a promise, and you get loading, errors, retries, deduping, refetch on focus, staleTime, and garbage collection for free. 30 lines become 3, plus 9 features you didn't write. Now, that queryKey isn't just a label. Think of it as a path into the cache. A static key, like products, gives you 1 shared slot, so 5 components calling it produce 1 network request, deduped for free. Add a variable like product ID, and you get a distinct entry that refetches when the ID changes. And the senior move, structure keys hierarchically, products then filter and sort, so later you can invalidate every product's query with a single call. Treat queryKey like a URL. Reads handle the cache. Writes need a different tool. useMutation. The pattern is 2 halves. MutationFn is your side effect, the actual post, and onSuccess is where you tell the cache what just got stale. Here, adding to cart fires the request, then invalidates the cart key. TanStack refetches, the UI updates, done. No manual loading state, no race conditions, no event bus shouting across components. Generic over input and output, fully typed. This is the senior write pattern. Now, the tuning knobs that separate junior from senior configs. StaleTime controls how long data is considered fresh, 0 by default, which is why you see spinners everywhere. gcTime is how long unused cache hangs around before garbage collection. 3 presets cover most of what you ship. 0 for a live cart, 5 minutes for product lists, infinity for static lookups like country codes. Pick the right number and the spinner spam just disappears. And once spinners are gone, the next leap is killing latency entirely. This is the optimistic update pattern. The reason add to cart feels instant on every app you actually like using. onMutate fires before the network call, cancel in-flight queries, snapshot the current cache, write the new state, and return that snapshot as rollback context. If the request fails, onError restores it. onSettled refetches to reconcile with server truth. 4 callbacks, 0 spinners, and the user never waits for the wire. With mutations under control, here are the 6 reflexes that separate someone who uses useQuery from someone who architects a data layer. Centralize keys in factory objects, so invalidation is refactor safe. Wrap every query in a domain hook. Use products, not raw useQuery in components. Co-locate mutations with the queries they touch. Tune staleTime per query, because 0 means a spinner on every revisit. Use select to derive shape without refetching. And keep dev tools mounted in dev, always. These are the habits modern apps ship. Pin this one. 12 patterns, the entire mental model on a single page. Left column is the read path. Use query, enabled for conditional fetches, select to project, cancel queries to pause. Middle is the write path. Use mutation, staleTime, invalidate, and the optimistic trio of onMutate, onError, onSettled. Right is cache mechanics, query keys, gcTime, set query data, and dev tools. If you internalize this grid, you've got the library. Now the failure modes, 5 pitfalls that look like clean code and quietly wreck your cache. Inconsistent keys split one query into 2 cache slots, so centralize them in a keys factory. Skip invalidation after a mutation, and the UI lies until the next refetch. Bypassing useQuery with a raw fetch throws away every guarantee the library gives you. Leaving stale-time at 0 turns every mount into spinner spam, tune it per query, and mutating inside select breaks referential equality, so React never re-renders. Same immutability rule as state. Time to put it on the bench. 3 exercises, all wiring the cart UI into the Fast API capstone from Lesson 12. First, a useProducts hook. useQuery, key of products, 60-second stale-time, render the list. Then use add2cart as a mutation that posts and invalidates the cart key on success, 0 use state in sight. Finally, layer on optimistic updates with onMutate, onError rollback, and onSettled, the pattern that makes Stripe and Linear feel instant. And that's the data layer, shipped. useQuery, useMutation, queryKey factories, optimistic updates. The 4 pillars senior React apps run on in 2026. Next up, Lesson L09 takes us full stack. JWT Auth, login flow, token handling, protected routes. Your TypeScript front-end talking to the real Fast API backend from Lesson 09 of that series. This is the moment it all clicks together. See you there.